प्रश्नकाल सुरू करूया. तारांकित प्रश्न क्रमांक 1 श्री अलेक्सियो लॉरेन्सो.
Am I permitted to ask question number 1C?
Swansea.
Reply as placed on the table of the House.
Speaker sir, the birth certificate adpak, those birth certificates which are before 1970 are in the office of civil registrar. Now what has happened is loka zait tras something. Every time we have even collector Margaon gele, even MAPSA I believe doesn't have proper some documents are not available. Now what has happened is there is staff there is everything, but 1960, and you have given a reply, you have given me a reply saying that all the offices microfilming scanning zala digitalization zalamon. Actually kaina digitalization jotor zala zalar, why people are not given prints, why are they made to write? And second, if you have said one more thing, that it is all records are in Director of Archives and Archaeology. Will the people, can the people go there and collect it? Because all this formality is taking time. Second, there is one more issue. People are coming for few days. They want it fast. Usually everywhere you have put charges, fees but here somehow this department of yours is neglected. Both the civil registrar as well as, civil registrar's office is having the planning and statistics office. So all this is neglected and people are suffering. Is it the case that it is deliberate? Because so many times we have written to you, I have raised this issue. That is my only contention for you. How you plan solving this problem?
Speaker sir, proper application of mine न करता contract sign केल्यामुळे वो problem झाला. जे प्लॅटफॉर्माचेर हे सगळे डिजिटायझेशन केला तो प्लॅटफॉर्म आमी वापरिना. आमचो प्लॅटफॉर्म वेगळो आहा आनी ज्या कंपनीन हे केल्या त्या कंपनीन ह्यूज चार्जीस टू चेंज द फॉर्मॅट प्लॅटफॉर्म हो कोट केल्यामुळे गेले म्हाका दिसता 2-4 वर्सां हो विशय थंयच उरलो. ही ऑर्डर 2012 पयलीं दिल्ली. आतां आमी ऑलरेडी we have, and they refuse to give source code also. So we have already worked on it, and very soon we have managed to get it on the platform we want. Front end sarke ye kele ki I think maybe another couple of months the full data will be available on the computer for the old data which is digitized. So a couple of months, I'm trying to do it by August, but at the most September parent जातले.
Speaker sir, planning and statistics option, there is no South Goa office in the planning and statistics. Now planning and statistics office is in the civil register. When they gave it, they said okay, since revenue is coming to civil sub register, to civil births and deaths, so revenue is going there. Why आमगे स्टाफ काय म्हणते झगडताय तो म्हणटा आपणागे स्टाफ एक मिनिट का बघ
झगडना तांच्या वेळार बी झगडटा असं राव नको. आता झगडना काय, हांवें ऑलरेडी गरज पडली आतां मनीस सुद्दां घाले. पण बेजीक इश्यू जो आसा हांगा तो जे मायक्रो फिल्मींग केले पोन्ने रेकॉर्ड थंय दवरीत धरतू लोक पिजून व्हरतात. सो वी आर नॉट म्हणजे people go on searching there, and when it comes there are cases which has been reported where people have torn off the document. So we are not allowing the old archives document to be handled by people. But at the same time, I promised you all this digitization will be available possibly within 2 months. माझ्या हिशोबान ऑगस्टा भितर जावंक जाय, because from whatever review I had taken, I am monitoring it. I am taking meetings with both archives as well as Director of Statistics Planning. Everything has been microfilmed, digitized, but the digitization platform is different from what we are using. So that harmony, synchronization has to take place. We have to translate it from one mode to other mode. That has been almost successfully done. And what I was told was that in next month, August probably, or at the most September, it will be available ऑन द कॉम्प्युटर. सो सिव्हिल रजिस्ट्रार वचून तूं घेवंक शकता. म्युन्सिपाल्टी कडेन जाल्यार म्युन्सिपाल्टी कडेन धाडूंक शकता. इट विल बी नॉट व्हेरी डिफिकल्ट आफ्टर दॅट वन्स वी.
Speaker sir, दोरी तोरी ते 1 month. Now सध्या record थिंग आहा तो original records आहे पिजलो आहा. How will you do it in 3 months? It's not possible.
ऑलरेडी केला म्हणलें न्हय रे. डिजिटायझेशन इज कंप्लीट. बट दे डीड इट ऑन अ प्लॅटफॉर्म विच इज नॉट कॉम्पिटेबल विथ द प्लॅटफॉर्म यूज बाय गव्हर्मेंट. म्हणजे तांचो वेगळो प्लॅटफॉर्म आशिल्लो, आमचो वेगळो प्लॅटफॉर्म आहा. म्हणजे कॉम्प्युटरान जे पळय भाशा आहा, कॉम्प्युटराची भाशा ती तांच्यांनी केल्ली भाशा आमच्या कॉम्प्युटरांक समजना. तुका डिटेल टॅक्निकल जर तूं जाय जाल्यार हांव टॅक्निकलूय हाडून दिता. पण what it means that our computers can't read it offhand. Now they have successfully done that exercise of cracking the reading part of it. They are working on it. Once they complete it, almost complete जाला अशें म्हाका रिपोर्ट आशिल्लो last meeting which I had. But I think by August it should be ready for display or use of the public. म्हणजे the translation, it's like having a document in Portuguese which I can't read. I mean, I can read but I can't understand. So I need an English translation of it. So something like that in computer it is has happened. We got things done in Portuguese. हांव कळपाक सांगता, is only comparison is only for purpose of understanding. We did something in something like computer language X, and what not even language, it is platform, and what we are operating is a Y platform. So we are trying to match X with the Y, which we have done already on trial basis. Now they are doing the full exercise. Once that happens, documents will be available. परत ते डॉक्युमेंट हे करपाची डिजिटायज करपाची गरज ना. तो एक्सरसाइज केला ऑलरेडी.
प्लॅनिंग स्टॅटिस्टिक्स ऑफिस साऊथ गोवा घाल जाल्यार आमकां थिंग बरें पडत. What about that one?
कॉम्प्युटराचो फायदो
एक मिनिट.
डायरेक्टर ऑफ पब्लिक ग्रीव्हन्स टुडे मॉर्निंग ओनली आय टूक द प्रेझेंटेशन. सेम लायक डायरेक्टर ऑफ पब्लिक ग्रीव्हन्स, इफ यू गेट इट ऑन कॉम्प्युटर, वाय डू यू नीड ऑफिस? आमी बेठोच खर्च वाडयतूच. एक वटेन गव्हर्मेंट सर्वन वाडयले म्हणटा, मागीर ते काम करना म्हणटा. कॉम्प्युटराचेर तुका मेळटा, तूं फी भर आनी डायरेक्ट ऑनलायन सुद्दां घेवपाक येता. जमता जाल्यार काही गजाली दिवपाक येता दिवपाच्यो.
हाऊ यू गोइंग टू सॉल्व दॅट प्रॉब्लेम? प्लॅनिंग स्टॅटिस्टिक्स आणि
it will be available to civil registrar as well as municipalities wherever municipalities are concerned.
municipalities are after 70.
नाही, सिव्हिल रजिस्ट्रार कॉम्प्युटराचेर अवेलेबल जातले.
both the and
हय, जे कितें जाय तें करून दिता. एकदां तें क्रॅकिंग जालें सारकें की आय विल मेक इट अवेलेबल टू ऑल द एजन्सीज which are handling it.
so all other problem, even theor everything will be solved. Yours, the previous theors gotale, the birth certificate, 2 types of you are giving.
But whatever under that archives आहा पळय तांचे कडेन, birth certificates and data, that will be
So
available.
we take it as an assurance that within 1 month that whole house.
You can take it as a possible subject to technology problem. किराणी आयलो हांव नको.
तू उब रावन
From my side, I have got, see, I am not working on the computer. I am not doing the programming. From whatever the programmers and the experts have told me, they have already solved the issue. Now only they require some time to match it. So that they are doing. So, and they have told me that by August we will get. So for subject to technological problem, it within 2 months, yes.
Sir Glenn Souza Tiklo, you will be there in.
It has been completed in this case. No, in this particular matter, it has been completed already. Microfilming has been done, digitization has been done. Only the digitization was done in Oracle. It cannot be used on our platform.
Speaker sir, what about changes? Kotanlan to changes are there. Now people want to. There are changes in the name, changes in the. People are from civil. They are going to Panjim. They are coming back. तो म्हणटा इंतोस डायरेक्टर ऑफ प्लॅनिंग स्टॅटिस्टिक्स हो म्हणटा बतावस. There are a lot of issues there. लोकां हिंगा थिंगा धाडप. Those small people they don't understand.
I will request the MLA to list the kind of issues.
List आणि करपा मेळना.
अरे सांगता मरे, kind of issues, type of issues, and give it to me. I will hold a meeting and will let us resolve together what are the issues. I am not expert on that. Maka IIT हांव गेलो पळय 1973, I took a birth certificate which said my birth is on 13th of January, 13th of December 1956, whereas my birth was actually 55. I didn't see the certificate. I went to Bombay and gave it to IIT. They told me you are doing forgery because your SSC certificate shows 55, your official record shows 56. The date of registration was 13 January 56. I said you can't register 11 months in advance. There was a mistake. I still have that. Yeah. So basically I don't accept this. I have never gone to find a birth certificate. बाकीच्या लोकांचे तरेतरेचे प्रॉब्लेम असतात ते प्रॉब्लेम आयडेंटिफाय कर म्हणटा म्हाका दी आय विल कॉल अ मिटींग विथ यू and we'll solve it. Most of these problems are associated with Salsed area. So you will be better equipped with it.
Court orders असता न्ही, some court orders come.
म्हाका कितें तुजे इश्यूज आहा ते दी मरे हांव रिजॉल्व करता म्हणलें न्ही फॉर एज अ सिस्टीम प्रॉब्लेम. आय विल रिजॉल्व इट एज अ सिस्टीम प्रॉब्लेम. सी इंडिविज्युअल इश्यू रिजॉल्व करप वेगळो तो फोन मारल्यार काम जाता. बट इफ आय पुट अप अ सिस्टीम वेर द प्रॉब्लेम विल बी ऑटोमॅटिकली एड्रेस्ड within the reasonable year, I will do it. What I am trying to tell you is give me question, what is the question? Let us call them and find a solution to it.
Glenn Souza Tiklo.
Because in fact, the Honorable Chief Minister has cleared what I wanted to ask him, but I just want to ask another question since talking about house in respective talukas. How MAPSA civil register, everyone knows, is very heavily used for CLDs, for births, everything, but it is a where I'm just जाणटे लोकांक खूप त्रास जाता वयर चडपाक देंवपाक.
Government has already, I'll answer that. Government has already taken decision to shift it to ground floor or first floor in the collected building. Unluckily, I could not take the meeting just before the assembly, which was scheduled. I had a fever on that day, so that had to be cancelled. I will do it immediately after the assembly is over. We will hold a meeting and we'll ensure that wherever the sub-registrar is there, I don't know. If you check up who purchased this, you will realize what is a mess. But whoever purchased it should have thought of it long back when he purchased. Same way sale taxaचे केला. Huge पैसे दिले आणि 4th फ्लोराचेर and 3rd फ्लोराचेर घेतला. आता हांवेन issue resolve केला. Some offices where public interference is not there, where they don't deal with the public, those offices can be shifted to such places. And I will give offices where public interface is more on a ground floor or first.
Yes,
We will work it out immediately after the assembly. Haven't केन्ना तरी म्हाका दिसता tomorrow or Monday I have called a MLA meeting of Bardes for that Ravindra Bhavan. You please raise this issue also. We will resolve it.
Yes, sir.
Francis,
There no even lift be kind of this because of
खबर आहा म्हाका lift आसा lift चलना.
चलना ती.
It is a common lift for a building where probably आता हांव म्हणीत जाल्यार इमिजिएटली फाल्यां म्हणटलें हें गेलां थंय भानगडी जाल्या. Acquisition has been done because someone wanted to sell and someone wanted to buy.
Inquiry करपाची is important to know the public, the people of God should know finally कोण भानगड कितें केला तें important गमपाक नाल्यार कितें
बरें तूं फाल्यां परवा मिटींग येतलो ना म्हाका दी. Let us put it for inquiry. You will realize that all paperwork has been done. But decision to put up a registrar office on the 3rd floor itself is a faulty decision.
Absolutely.
Plus lift of a common building, who is going to maintain? Governmentaची बिल्डिंगेची लिफ्टी आमकां maintain करपाक जमना. I have to tell PWD, they go through all procedure because they have to. Tomorrow otherwise you will realize that there is a fraud म्हणून. त्यामुळे तांकां procedure follow करचें पडटा. Public बिल्डिंगेतली lift, how will PWD maintain it?
देखो नी सोली कर्म केले सगळे आमचे रहता स्पीकर सर देखो नॉर्मल चीफ मिनिस्टर
This is a wrong decision. This is a wrong decision. It cannot prove corruption, though I understand background. This was taken during 2008, 2009. पण आता ताजेर म्हणजे how do you prove it? That is a problem. But main important, you can raise the issue during that meeting. We will resolve it.
Philip Nedry.
स्पीकर सर सगळ्यांक डिजिटलायजेशन जाता बरी गोश्ट गुड न्यूज हें जावचें. दुसरें म्हळ्यार इतलें कॅओटीक सिट्युएशन जाता आमचे सालसेतीक पर्टिक्युलरली आतां सीएमान म्हणला पेज्यो थोड्यो तोडून काडटा आनी सो वॉट मेड द पब्लीक टू इंटरफियर इन द डॉक्युमेंट्स कितें द ऑफिसर कॉम्पिटंट ना टू सर्च द रेकॉर्ड पब्लिका हातीन पड पुसान आनी पब्लीक ते तोडून काड पुसान वॉट मेड this public to go through this record. Officer ती competency ना to handle this.
बेजिकली हे सगळे पासपोर्ट घेवपाक पुर्तुगेज पासपोर्ट घेवपाक डॉक्युमेंट सोदतात. तांकां घाई आसता. दे आर इन अर्जन्सी. देर आर सो मेनी पीपल कमींग देर. ऑल रेकॉर्ड सोदपाची जी पळय इंडेक्सींग करपाची हे आसा पोन्न्या डॉक्युमेंटाक ती नव्या मनशा कडेन एक्सपर्टायज ना. इट्स लायक फॉर एग्जाम्पल आय मे बी हायली क्वॉलिफायड. I can't read more than 2 words of Portuguese language, for example. So तो डॉक्युमेंट तूं पुर्तुगेज सोदतलो जाल्यार म्हाका काय कळपाचें ना. आय एम एज गूड एज इलिटरेट इन पोर्चुगीज. म्हाका फक्त फास्ट फॉवर आनी ओब्रिगाद इतलेंच कळटा. सो आय एम टेक्निकली इलिटरेट एज फार एज पोर्चुगीज लँग्वेज इज कन्सर्न. आतांचे पळय न्यू ऑफिसर येता पळय तांकां पोर्चुगीज लँग्वेजचे फक्त दे इवन डोंट नो दॅट दोज वर्ड्स दे यूज आर पोर्चुगीज. They have become कोंकणी word. So for them it becomes difficult to search. ते मागीर कितें करतात तूंच सोद म्हणटा. तातूंत भितर तुवें जाचे कडेन कन्सल्ट केला ताका एक्सपिरियन्स आहा पोन्ने डॉक्युमेंट सोदपाची.
Sri Nilesh Kabral.
I just want to ask Honorable CM that whether he is aware that these some documents way back in 2005 they were given outsourced for the certificates were outsourced, and there was a discrepancy with the government that he had quoted per page, and those documents are still not available to public. Whether that issue has been resolved, birth certificate.
That issue I tried to resolve before I went to Delhi. It's an issue quite difficult to resolve because the quote was per page. The person who quoted didn't realize that page means both the side. He quoted for one side. Now interpretation of page is very clear. One page is one page. It contains 1 and 2. So these are words used which are confusing, but I will, if you remind me, I will call for the file detail. You can remind me. I'll try and solve the issue as a one-time measure. It's quite substantial amount also. It's a substantial amount, but we will find some solution to it.
They have charged, they had put 5 rupees per page.
I tried to solve the issue, but there were some other problems which cropped in between. So if you raise the issue with me, I will call them. See, these issues will have to be, they are old issues which are now become काट्याचो नायटो जाता म्हणून खबर आसा. काटो लागलो की ना तो काडलो ना जर तूं जाल्यार यू गेट कोर जाता. तर मराठीन काट्याचो नायटो जालो म्हणजे बेजिकली कोर जाली. तसो जाल्ले ह्या इशूचे. यू रिमाइंड मी.
I will,
because call all the concerns because there are 2-3 departments. Finance department involved, Archives and Archaeology involved. So I will call all of them. Let us first create the issue properly. What is now pending?
Because they are not giving the documents also back. Both it is just stuck fully.
हांगा discuss करून we are wasting time. I know the issue. The issue has become more complicated by efflux of time. Let us try and resolve it, for which you can bring it to my notice.
Yes. तारांकित प्रश्न क्रमांक 2 विल्फ्रेड डिसा.
Speaker sir, I may be permitted to ask question number 2B.
2B.
Speaker sir, total number of
मंत्री
partition.
बसत.
2B.
Nemask.
Yeah. Total number of partition cases pending from Nuvang constituency are 336 since 2012. What will be the time frame to clear these pending partition cases?
Speaker sir, my colleague Wilfred Babanji सांगला ते सारखे आसा. Number of cases are 336. Speaker sir, this particular government after coming into power has taken one thing Chief Minister and सांगला, simplification of procedures for effecting timely services. ते आम्ही already Speaker sir केल्ले आसा आणि स्टार्टूय केला. For example, mutation, we have amended the law in the Land Revenue Code and we have simplified the procedure. ताजे खातीर mutation we could clear close to 7,000 mutations, 6,000 mutations we could clear in the last 3 months. तशेंच Speaker sir, partitionाच्या बाबतीनूय सध्या सरकार amend करता परत. Is planning to review the Land Revenue Code and have the due amendment done. Wherein Speaker sir, similarly, जशे 90 दिसान mutation केला process with or without objection to clear, partition cases within 90 days. The government is planning to ensure that within 90 days the deputy collector clears these particular cases. So ह्यो ज्यो तुज्यो फाटल्यो cases आहा आनी ज्यो फुडें आतां prospective येतल्यो, it will be in a time bound manner. So all cases will be monitored and responsibilities will be fixed on that particular person. For example, partitionaची deputy collector लागता, जाल्यार deputy collector will have the responsibility to clear these cases within 90 days. So तुज्यो ज्यो 336 फाटल्यो आनी फुडल्यो कितें येवपाच्यो आसा will be in a time bound manner.
Speaker sir, less than 200 square meter plot आल्या partition कोनाय ते कित्याक?
जालें? Speaker sir, 1997 we have been following the Planning Development Authority Development Plan Regulation 1989 which was in force. And as per that, partitionak minimum area जी जाय पडटा ती 200 square meters. So खंयचोय plot तुका समज जाय partitionak करपाक, it might be co-owned, jointly खूब जाणांची आसात एकूच घर. But that particular thing, as per law which we are following, is 200 square meters minimum. आता टाउन अँड कंट्री प्लॅनिंगान फेब्रुवारीन आनी एक सर्क्युलर काडला स्पीकर सर, which says that the regulations of this Planning and Development Authority regulations in 1989 is no more in operation. As regulations named Goa Land Development and Building Construction Regulations 2010 are in force. आणि हाज्या प्रमाणे रेग्युलेशन नंबर 12.6 समज घेतलो तुवें ऑफ द एक्ट, जाल्यार द एरिया इज टेकन टू 225 स्क्वेअर मिटर्स. कितें जाता स्पीकर सर, खंयचें प्लॅनिंग करतलो पार्टिशन जावन जाल्यार सेटबॅक सोडचे पडटा, बाकीचे एरियाज पळोवचे पडटा. ताज्या खातीर मिनिमम वीच वॉज 200, द रेव्हेन्यू डिपार्टमेंट इज स्टील डुईंग पार्टिशन एट 200 स्क्वेअर मिटर्स. बट तुवें TCP प्रमाणे केलो तूं बांदपा खातीर द एरिया इज आयडेंटिफायड एज 225 स्क्वेअर मिटर्स फॉर मिनिमम बिल्डिंग.
स्पीकर सर, जे मुणकार आहाय तांकां 300 स्क्वेअर मिटर प्रॉपर्टी मेळटा आनी केन्नाय ते 2 जाण 3 जाण भाव आसताय तांकां क्लियर टायटल मेळना पार्टिशन करपाक. आनी आतां आमगे चड कोण ST तांकां जायत्यो स्कीम आहाय, हावज रिपेर रिकन्स्ट्रक्शन, तांकां ह्यो स्कीम घेवपा मेळनाय. तेजेर कितें करपाक?
स्पीकर सर, कायदो सगळ्यांक समान आसता. ताज्या खातीर जी आमी मिनिमम एरिया 200 स्क्वेअर मिटर आसा, इट स्टँड्स. नाव देर आर केसीस लायक दीस वेन मुणकाराच्या रायट्सा प्रमाणे 300 स्क्वेअर मिटर ताका समज मेळटा, इट इज जॉयंटली ओन्ड, इट इज बाय मुणकाराची भुरगीं कोण आसा, इट इज को ओन्ड बाय ऑल द फॅमिली, इट इज ओनरशीप इज जॉयंट. आतां तांच्या भितर पार्टिशन जाय, थ्रू कोर्ट दे कॅन टेक अ डिक्री अँड हॅव अ पार्टिशन डन. That does not mean that Form 1 and 14 ते पार्टिशन जातलो प्रोसेस, कित्याक ते एरिया समज 2 भावा भितर तूं समज कट करतलो जाल्यार 300चे 2 भाग जाता, 150 स्क्वेअर मिटर जाता. सो ताज्या खातीर आज पर्यंत गव्हर्मेंट हॅज नॉट गॉन इन टू दीस इशू. पूण स्पीकर सर, when it comes to such type of issues, I think government can re-examine, because when it comes to Munkar, and if they belong to a economically a weak section, जाल्यार maybe the government can examine chief minister कडेन आमकां उलोवचें पडटली ही गजाल, and we'll have to look at it in prospective nature. कित्याक तूं जें सांगता 150 स्क्वेअर मिटर समज कोणाक दिलो, 300चे 150 केले, ताका सेटबॅक पयलो मेळचो ना बांदपाक, तो बांदतलो कितें, आनी फाल्यां ताजी भुरगीं वाडटलीं, ती फुडें पार्टिशन मागतलीं. सो यू वील नॉट हॅव एनी प्लॅनिंग देर. ताज्या खातीर प्लॅनिंगाच्या संदर्भानूच मिनिमम 200 स्क्वेअर मिटर मागिल्ले पार्टिशनाक. 300 स्क्वेअर मिटरचे 2 भाग कर तूं बाय विदीन द एडजस्टमेंट ऑफ कोर्ट डिक्री. बट एज ऑफ डेट स्पीकर सर, हाका कायद्या प्रमाणे 200 स्क्वेअर मिटर जाय.
श्री Alexio Lorenzo.
The partition cases आहे त्यो आता 200 square meters आहे त्यो. Case by case, what happens? There are some areas. For example, I got Rashol area. We got 100 square meters only एकले असता. Case by case, I think government should take a decision. Will you consider that case by case, that looking into the veracity, म्हणजे कोणागे problem ना जाल्यार 100 square meters partition करपाक, because this will solve lot of issues. One more thing. Second thing is that all these partition cases, इतले आता backlog जाला, लोकांनी इतले त्रास काढले. I'm talking of South Goa office. I have seen poor people coming there, waiting for 1 hour, they are going back for the last 2-3 years. Is some action going to be taken? Why it's delayed? Because there's so many people. Now second, you have said, you have given me assurance you are going to clear in 90 days. What guarantees that it will clear? What has not cleared in 10 years, will it clear in 90 days? So what steps are going to take in all these 3 parts? I want it very clear, so that from tomorrow, after we raising the issue, It should not be that just given an assurance. It should really happen practically.
Speaker sir, I think this government is walking the talk. Chief Ministeraन clear सांगला हे सरकार सर्वसामान्य गोंयकारांचें आणि जेन्ना सर्वसामान्य गोंयकारांक जे issues आसा असले, definitely government is taking it as a priority. Mutation has been a test case. Last successive governments couldn't do it. This government has done it in 100 days. So let us be optimistic of what we are doing, because we are amending the laws as far as the Goa Land Revenue Code is concerned. To case जी सांगता तशी जावंक शकना, Speaker sir. Chief Minister कडे उलोवन we will have to create a certain thing. We will examine it. The government will examine it. जे बाब Wilfredan सांगला, we will examine it. But case clearing after amending ते कायद्याप्रमाणे right to time bound services असा, which is an act by itself. So we are going by act and not by a theory.
Please consider that thing. At least give an assurance that you will consider, because this is a big issue. Doing the negative that 100 सॉल्व करपाचें.
Speaker sir, economically backward जे areas asa are coming under 20-point program. नाल्या PDN कितें scheme काडिल्ली, नाल्या housing boardan कितें scheme काडिल्ली. Every particular part of a corporation of the government has a role to play. Revenue department cannot give it for the whole thing. Economically weak section asa, a particular corporation can do it. Like housing board, Speaker sir, will be going for affordable housing. What is their plan? What is the policy? Chief Minister उलयतलो, Minister for Housing उलयतलो, तेन्ना उलोवया. पण तो ताणें जो मुद्दो मांडला, which has to be as a principal policy, government will examine it. We will try and find a solution to it. But as of today, we cannot give a solution because it's a government decision.
Isidore Fernandes.
Speaker sir, under Rule 15(1) of Goa Zaman Due Land Revenue, yes, the property sale deed kotana, Speaker sir. At that time, the sellers and buyers come together and they register the sale deed. Potun magir mutation mamladar veta. Why don't you all amend the law and do the mutation there and then, give powers to the registrar, because same parties are approaching. Because see, once sale deed is over, the parties go away. Then again they have to come back. So this is troublesome. So you bring them at the same time, amend the law and let the registrar do the same thing.
Speaker sir, तो तुवें section 15 सांगला is a wrong section of the Goa Land Revenue Code. But Speaker sir, amendment जे जाय आशिल्ले is amendment to the mutation, whether it is amendment to 10, amendment to 12, amendment to 14, amendment to 15 and amendment to 19 of the act has been already carried out. आता समज तू नवे सेल डीड करता, तू सिव्हिल रजिस्ट्रारान वता, जाल्यार थंयच म्युटेशनाचे पयशे भरता. यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू मामलेदार. From there, within 3 days, the document goes to Mamlatdar's office for processing. And within 90 days, with or without objection, the mutation gets cleared. Yeah, already hami kela applicable, and on that base, Speaker sir, last 3 months, last 3 months, jo cases 6,700 hami clear kela of mutation is on the same way. आता फाटल्यो केसी आसा त्योय क्लियरन्स घेतले ऑन अ टाइम बाउंड. दॅट इज वॉट आय वाज सेइंग. पयर तुका एग्जांपल दिला. एक शेनवारा only Bardes was 127, North cleared 160 cases of mutation in a single day, and South cleared 140 cases of mutation in a single day. 300 cases मामलेदारांनी बसून clear केल्ल्यो आसा North and Southच्यो. So definitely government, Speaker sir, has picked up the pulse of the common man. जे issues इतले वर्सां आसा, Chief Minister categorically हाजेर priority दवरिल्ली आसा, and we are working towards it.
Philip Neri.
Speaker sir, this is very important for me. Recently, पहिले case झाली. I was also surprised. For all my this, I was under impression that less than 200 जायना. But there's one case in Dramapur village, wherein 176 square meter Mundkarak partition करून दिल्ली आसा. So whether minister is aware of this case from Salseth, I can give you the record. It is controversial. It is before the Panchayat now. I was also surprised for giving the partition for Mundkarial case 176. I can show you the record tomorrow.
Speaker sir, my colleague can give the paper. We will examine it.
तारांकित प्रश्न क्रमांक 3 श्री सुभाष शिरोडकर will shift 15 minutes.